Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. A new week, so a new project for you guys. This week I'm going to create a 3D light box. Let me show you the design. I found this one on Creative Fabrica. Let me show you up close. Normally you would cut this out of paper and then put a light behind it so it shines through. But I will create this one out of plywood. So it's a 7-layer design, so 7 layers deep, all stacked on top of each other. And this one I will not put a light behind it because it cannot shine through the plywood, of course. I do have this picture frame. As you can see, this is not square and this one needs to be square. So I will see if I can convert this. I will cut it using the miter saw and then make it square. I will remove the glass. If I cannot cut the glass, I will just leave it out. Doesn't matter. But this one was pretty high and deep. So I want to see if I can fit the 7 layers in this picture frame and then make it complete. So that's the project for this week. I will use Lightburn, of course, to cut out everything. I will use this Mecpow X4 Pro. This is the 40-watt version to cut out all the pieces. I will use acrylic paint to paint all the layers. And then we should get a result something like this. So I think it will be fun. If you want to see the end result, stick around, watch till the end. I will guide you through all the steps as I always do. You can skip sections which you don't like, so be my guest. And then I think we can start with the first step, cutting all the plywood, and then go into Lightburn to look at the design. So I have cut all the layers. As you can see, I've got 7 layers in total. I did cut them 23 by 23 centimeters. Because the picture frame is 21 centimeters wide and I will make it 21 high. And I'd rather cut it out on the laser and make it exactly 21 than trying to cut it on the miter saw and then align the design exactly on the 21 by 21 centimeters. So if I make it a little bit larger and I will create a square around the design, I will center it in Lightburn and then cut it out, then I know all the layers are exactly aligned on top of each other. So that's why I do it like this. Next up I will go into Lightburn and I will show you the design and all the layers. And then we can start cutting each layer. So let's have a look in Lightburn. This is the top layer, layer 7. I have changed the size to 21 by 21 centimeters. I have set the speed to 900 millimeters a minute, 85% power. I've already aligned everything and set the focus correctly. So I will turn on the air purifier. Let me do so. And I will start the cutting. Here we go. As you can see, it's a nice and clean cut. All the smoke is nicely sucked to the back in the air purifier. And it's a pretty quick project, I think. Let me check. This layer will take 3.5 minutes. So if I've got 7 layers, maybe half an hour, depending on the layer. Let's make it 40 minutes and then you have everything cut. Also, I don't see any charring on the cut line, so it is really a nice and clean cut. The backside will be a little bit dirty because I still need to clean my honeycomb bed. But I don't mind. The backside you don't see, so. Now, he's now doing the outer perimeter. Once this is ready, I can take everything out and we can go to the next layer. So, almost ready. Let me move the laser. Let me open the enclosure. Let me see. Everything is cut. And I think it is. As you can see, it is cut. So this one I can take out. Little pieces on the corner. And this is the first one. Let me clean it up and I will put on the next layer. The next layer, layer 6, as you can see. Let me remove this. I don't want to have this in the corner. Again, I have set it to the same speed and power settings. Everything is already aligned. This one will take 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Turn on the air purifier. And here we go. This is the Reindeer, layer 6, with the Christmas balls. And these projects are kind of fun to do. You can do them really quick. You will need to paint them, but I think all the layers are the same color, so you can just paint them layer by layer, using a roller probably. And I think I can even raise the speed a little bit. Based on my test sheets, I've done 80% power at a little over 1000 millimeters a minute during my initial test. But yeah, if you use the machine more often, the lens might get dirty a little bit. So I reduced the speed a little bit to make sure. So that's why I set it to 900. Want to make sure that everything comes out in the first try. So this one is also ready. Let me move the laser. Let me move it in the program. Here we go. Let me see. Everything is cut, and it is. So I can just take it out. And then I have another one ready. Let me see. This one, I can take out these little pieces. So you can see it is nicely cut. Let me remove all the parts, and then I can go on to the next one. So number 5, layer 5, everything is set. Turn on the air purifier again, and let's cut it out. This one will take a little over 5 minutes, so also pretty quick. So next one is ready. Let me take it out. Everything is cut. I will clean it up, and I can go with the next layer, layer 4. So layer 4 is ready. Everything is set. I can start the engraving or the cutting. This is 5.5 minutes. Here we go. So, ready? Let me check. Here we go. I will remove everything, and then we can go to layer 3. We are ready for number 3. Let me remove this one in the corner. Everything is set. This is only 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Next up is layer 2, and what I want to try is cut this out of paper, because I want to reduce the thickness. So I will do the last 2 layers, if possible, out of paper. Let me see. This is a blue paper. I've already set the speed and power. I changed it to the 1200 millimeters a minute, and the power is now 25% instead of 85. Let me frame it. It should fit exactly on there, and it does. This one will take 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes. So let me start the cutting. Let's see what it looks like once this is ready. When cutting paper, always stay next to your machine, or to be honest, whatever you're cutting, always stay next to the machine. but especially with paper, because it can easily catch fire. So watch it closely. And I think it worked out great. As you can see, this one is nicely cut. Almost a little bit charring on the back, but almost no charring. So this is great. And I think the last one, I'm going to use this one. I will show you this in front of the camera. I've already cut this one. As you can see, it turned out great. All the Christmas stars. And the last layer, the backer, I will cut out of this one. This is a really nice and shiny paper sheet. I will put this one on the back of this, so it will shine through and you will get something like this. I think that turns out great. So I will do this for the last 2 layers, and then I will see if I can fit everything into this frame. So yeah, that's also possible with your laser engraver. You can just cut these paper sheets. Again, please be careful if you cut paper. Always stay next to your laser engraver if it's in operation. Goes for plywood, but sure goes for paper, because it's it can catch fire really quick. So next up, the last layer. Then I can start painting everything, and then we can put it all together. Once I have cut this frame, of course. I still need to cut this one. So the last layer, this one, I will just use a knife to cut it out, and a metal ruler, because it's no point in using the laser, as it's only one line I need to cut. The rest is already on the same size. Once this is done, then everything is cut out. I've got all the pieces over here. So this is layer 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it's ready. I will use acrylic paint, as I always do. It applies easily. You can clean it using some regular tap water once you're done. Then I will stack everything, and I will show you what it will look like. And once this is all ready, I will cut the frame to size. And then we have another project finished. So I have selected all colors. As you can see over here, the white. This is some kind of yellow. Yeah, not really yellow, but this one, the light one. I've got very dark brown, dark red. I've got the blue and the backer, of course. Next up, let me get this one. I've got a roll over here. I can just put it on the table, secure it with some tape, and then I can start painting. I will put the camera overhead so you can follow along. Let me stick this on. And then, you can see what the result will be once this is ready. Let me put this straight, like so. It is very easy to have a roll like this on your table. I 3D printed the holders, designed it in Fusion 360, and then you can just put it in here. It's just a cheap IKEA roll. Let me see. These ones, I've got one spare, so it's a roll like this one. It is the, let me see. Can you read it? Not sure. The Mela, I don't know. So next up, I will start the painting. Again, I will use the foam rollers like this to paint it. Pretty easy. And I checked, all the layers are indeed only one color, so that makes it very quick. So let's start with this one. I will use white for this. I will have to do several layers because, yeah, it is white. Let me put a little bit on there. I will have to do thin layers. I don't want to get everything in between. And I think maybe the small pieces, they will come out. I need to check. But let's see. Otherwise I will take them out and then do it without them. There we go. As expected. These little pieces will come out. And again, I will do several layers. I will do thin layers. So that's the first layer. I will go on to the next one. So the next color is this one. So it's towards yellow. Let me put it on. Again, light passes. You don't want to do very thick coats because it might get in between all the openings. I don't want this. And also this edge you will not see because it will be covered by all the layers, but let's just do it anyway. Makes it easier, I think, later on when you're assembling it. Let me check when I remove this one and then this one. Then this is left, and I think it's good. Yep, so I will let it dry and then we can continue with the next layer. So the next layer, I will get this one. It's called Peach, very light color. So again, several coats needed probably. Let's see what it does. As you can see, this one is very light, so I will need several coats, as I've mentioned. And once you put all the layers on top of each other, it will look really nice. You'll get the depth and also the different colors. This one is also ready. Let me let it dry a little bit, and then I can continue with the next one. So next one is this one. It's a dark red called Crimson. Let me see what it will look like. And this will really pop out because of the bright red color. Okay, so this one is also ready. As you can see, when you use these foam rollers, everything goes very quickly, especially when there's only one color per layer. So let me get to the last layer. This one will be the very dark brown. So now let's do the final one, the dark brown. Let me put it on. Let me do the edge as well. So if I take this out, and also this one, you can see I'm left with this. This is what I want. So this one is ready, the dark one. I will need to do the white one more time, and also the other light colors. And once these are ready, I will do a dry assembly. So let's do a quick dry assembly. This is the first layer. Then we've got the second layer. These are the paper sheets. Then I've got the third layer, this one. I've got the fourth layer, the red one. We've got the fifth and the sixth. And then finally layer number 7. There you go. I think it's really, really nice. I like the depth. Also the paper sheets came out perfect. I like the shiny paper in the back. It really pops out through the stars. So that's it. Next I will cut the frame to size, and then we can glue it together, and we've got another project finished. So about the picture frame, I will remove the inner part. So I will remove the glass and all the other parts. Then I will flip it around. I will take one layer, I will put it in, and then I know the exact size. I will cut it a little bit longer, so this one will get loose. I will remove these two parts, so I will be left with this part, which is mitered. Then I will miter these two corners, and I will glue this back in place, and then it is ready. I will see if I can also cut the glass. Not sure, because this is very thin, as you can see, so I think it will break, but I can give it a try. Otherwise I will use it without the glass. I think this one will be reflective anyway, so I think it will be nice when you just put it in like this without the glass. So this one is cut, as you can see. Cut it in half. I can remove this one, and I can remove this one. I'll do like so. I need to cut this. Let me get a knife, this one. So I can cut it in half, like so. So now I've got this one. Now I need to miter these ones and then glue it together. The other side. So let's glue this one together. I will use wood glue together with some super glue. I'll put the super glue as well in here. Like so. Let me put activator on this side and then glue this one together. If I can hold this one. So now that the picture frame is cut to size, let me put in all the layers. It's layer 7, layer 6, layer 5, 4, 3. And then I've got these two. Let me see, yeah, like this. So now all the layers are in. Let me show you what it looks like. And as you can see, it turned out really, really nice. The picture frame turned out great. So no problems cutting it to size. What I will do is I will use this blank sheet and I will cut it to size so it will fit in here. And then I can just put these little tabs in. These ones, these little pins, you can put them in and then it will be in place. So I cut this plywood to size. I put it in the back to secure all the layers. These little clips I removed before I cut the frame to size. Then I put them back so you can bend these in place and it will secure all the layers in there. Works great. So this is the final result. I think it turned out really nice. You can really see the depth in there. I like the color scheme, but you can choose your own color scheme, of course. Cutting the last two layers out of paper was a good decision because as you can see it just fits in there. If I would have had 2 extra layers it would have added 6 millimeters and it would not have fit into the frame. And it's nice to cut the paper from using the laser engraver. It's something that I don't do often, but it works out great. So the cutting of the plywood only took about 40 minutes in total on a 40 watt laser. So it's a pretty quick project, but you can also do it on a 20 watt, a 10 watt or even a 5 watt laser. It just takes a little bit more time, but that's not an issue, I think. Also the paint job, there's only one color for each layer. You can apply it using a foam roller. And again, it works out great and it only takes a couple of minutes to do so. And then you've got this project. So I think it turned out great. Let me show you up close. If you like this project, I will put a link in the description of my video where you can find this design. There are many more of these Lightbox designs on Creative Fabrica, so check it out. If you like this one, if you like the video, let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.